Welcome back, everyone. Well, I'm sure we wouldn't get any arguments. We happen to live in one of the most beautiful parts of the country, and arguably one of the most beautiful parts in the world. It's also one of the quickest, fastest growing regions in the country and in the state. One caveat to this, Warren County seems to be lagging behind a bit. Now, I'm sure there are a lot of arguments, pro and con, about what I'm about to say, but it is really true that, you can always take a look at what's being done in a county and decide for yourself, okay, maybe we could do this a little differently. Maybe we could make it a little more efficient, a little more effective. And joining me today are two guys who are very involved in this conversation. This is John Carr from Adirondack Brewery. Welcome, John. Very nice to have you here.
Jess.
And Eric Unkauf from the Shirt Factory in Glens Falls. Welcome, Eric.
Thank you.
Very nice to have you here. Warren County seems to be lagging a little bit. We've got a lot that we can talk about in terms of tourism dollars, where they go, how they're being spent, what some of the recommendations are for how it could be used more efficiently and more effectively. But John, I'm going to start with you. Recently we interviewed you.
Yes.
And that interview was excellent. You had some very, very important things to say. We've got a pool of money that we get from occupancy tax. How much money do we get?
We get about $4.3 million is brought in through our 4% occupancy tax from our local hoteliers. And, that money goes to the county for promotion of tourism.
I've got it. Now, if you want to do the math a little quickly there, you realize that 4%, if 4 million is 4%, that's quite a big number.
Very big number. Yeah. It's a tremendous amount of money to spend,
right.
And we're looking at how it's being spent.
Yeah, sure. Now, currently, Eric, the way it's set up is it goes into the Warren County Tourism Bureau, correct?
That's correct.
Okay. How's that function?
So right now, a portion of it goes directly to the towns for them to spend on promotion, and the balance of it, about 3/4 of it, is spent by Warren County Tourism. And what we're talking about is taking that same amount of money and spending it differently to achieve a better return on our investment.
You hear a lot about convention bureaus and the CVBs. Warren County does have a CVB, correct?
Right.
I think they've got like one salesperson in there.
One salesperson, right. And a CVB is basically, if you want to think about it, it's like having a salesperson that actually goes out and actively engages. It could be a business group to come and bring an event into the area, whereas Warren County Tourism basically functions right now is they're writing ads. It might be an ad that shows up on Facebook or an ad that shows up on a website or in print, but we really only have one salesperson for what is one of the largest economic drivers in our county.
I've got it. Now, if you were to look at this and you think, okay, we've got one person, there's really like two prongs to this, right? You've got a CVB that would go out and try to bring conventions in, bring big events in.
Right.
Obviously, the economic boost to a county when they're here is enormous. You can just be in Saratoga for a day and you can see that firsthand. You also have the other thing that if money is being doled out to individual townships or whatever to try to promote, is there a central plan here?
No, I think this is what our group is looking at. Is we've the County Board of Supervisors had a study done in 2017. We waited patiently for that. The study came back. It was very much in line with a lot of the ideas that we as a group had. And what we're looking to do now is, hey, County Board of Supervisors, what are we doing here? Let's act on this. Let's create a plan that can guide tourism in our county over the next 10 years. Let's organize who the players are, what their jobs are, what their job descriptions are, and what they're going to be accountable for. This is revenue that's hard earned by these hotels. Let's make sure that ROI is coming back to Warren County through either sales tax, additional employment, and economic growth. And we think that's where we're really lacking right now, is there's no accountability for how this money is being spent.
You know what? Without sounding critical about this, because this is a conversation that we're going to touch the surface on this. This is a big conversation. But you're really relying on the County Board of Supervisors who have a number of priorities that they have to deal with, right? Infrastructure, I mean, just think about what they have to deal with. Saying to them, hey, you've also got to make tourism a priority, which in their minds may not mean the same thing to you or me, right? And also, what allocation of time are they actually going to be able to spend and devote to this, and what kind of skills are involved?
Yeah.
Right.
And Warren County is unique. It is the only county that the County Board of Supervisors oversees the promotion of tourism. And it's one of the unique things, and it's one of the reasons that all the other counties have gotten out of it. You know, the County Board of Supervisors has to worry about social services, bridges, roads.
Sure. That's what I mean.
You know, in Warren County, we've got our county, attorney that we have to, hire a new one. We've got, lawsuits. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that county supervisors have to spend their day on. And tourism promotion, although albeit fun, it's a different animal. It needs to be handled by people that's all that they do. And right now we're losing the battle to other communities that are doing it. Eric's got some great statistics, showing how much we're lagging behind the counties in our area even, and never mind all of New York State. Right. It's really a shame that we're not doing better for everyone that lives in Warren County even.
Right. I think the numbers I saw is that we were ahead like 1.something%, but it was behind inflation.
Yes.
Right. So that the growth for the county is not really keeping up with what you would expect. And then it's funny, before we went on air, we were just talking about, could you ask for more natural resources, more beautiful natural resources in any county in the country?
We've got an incredible product.
We've
just got to be able to have a equally good promotion to let other people know what we have. I mean, Lake Placid has a very similar product to what Warren County offers, but they've been growing at nearly twice the rate that Warren County has.
Right.
And what is the difference? The difference is in the marketing.
Sure it is. Yeah. And that marketing, by the way, in our business, we always look at it, we think there are two kinds of people that look at marketing. They're the kind that look at it as an expense, and they're the kind of people that look at it as an investment. And when you realize, it's almost like what the governor did with tourism on a statewide basis. He invested a certain amount of money, and he got back a lot more money. Right. So, what we're trying to do here is, let's get this conversation started. I think, it's one that there'll be a lot of opinions on. This is a tough one. I've lived it. I've lived a few of these. But let's get this conversation going, because come February, you're going to spend time in front of the Board of Supervisors, right?
We're hoping to do that. We have sent a request to the chairman of the County Board of Supervisors, Chairman Conover, to ask him to give us 10 minutes in front of their board, and we hope that he grants it to us. It's the number 2 employer in our county. We think it's very important, and I think for him as chairman, to give us 10 minutes to, talk to the county about it. And then we're hoping to see a resolution in front of that board to make this change by April. Right. And we hope that they understand the benefits to it, and they understand how all these other counties in the state are benefiting and getting ahead of us on this, and how this can affect our county positively, if it happens. We're not talking about getting rid of jobs. We're not talking about any of that. Right. We're talking about assigning responsibilities to different entities so they know what their marching orders are, and really getting the County Board of Supervisors is enough to worry about. Let us all work together on the side here and give you an annual report for it.
Right.
We'll make this happen for you and bring in more sales tax revenue and really stabilize the economy of our county
and grow
for perpetuity.
Right. Yeah, for sure. Boy, well said, John. All right, John, thank you for coming in. Eric, thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having us.
This is the first of many conversations we're going to have about this.
Important stuff. Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome.
Thank you.
To see this interview again, you can head to our website, looktvonline.com.